Okay guys, finally out on the green mean machine. Finally got the plate on it. It's just took me a while to get the plate on it. So we've got, if anybody doesn't know what this is, it's a CCM MT230. It was a bike that CCM brought in 2008 and took through to about 2012. It's essentially a Chinese copy of a CRF 230L that they put their name on. Obviously had them ordered with the CCM badge on, and they sold them as CXR sort of trail enduro bikes, which they didn't get very good reviews. And I think for the fact is that they pitched them as enduro bikes, and it's not a enduro bike, it's just a trail bike. And then from 2012 to about 2019, they were selling them in batches out to the military battlefields of Afghanistan and Philippines and other places like that. So CCM handled the military contract to supply motorcycles to various overseas armies. And this is where these bikes have come from. I gather that they had to have sort of a stock in reserve ready for deployment, which are about 100 bikes. And once they decided not to carry on doing this, they sort of put in storage the 100 bikes that they had left over, and then 4 years later went, oh, maybe we need to get rid of these bikes, and how do we do it? And that's how I struck up a conversation and said, well, I'd be interested in doing that, because I know a lot of people who'd be interested in a lightweight 130 kilo 18 brake horsepower air cooled, very simple technology, but with disc brakes and but a carburetor. So it's kind of old and new. Disc brake, which is great, I think. Drum brakes are a pain in the backside, and a carburetor which is as good as long as it works, as long as you keep it clean. And so that's where we are. So I've got it plated. This is the first bike which I've already crashed, in fairness, so I'm just going to take you out on it, see how it rides. Obviously hopefully it rides well. It's quite low gear, I would say that. So I think if anybody's going to be having one to use, what am I doing? That's the off button there. So if anybody's going to be having one to do a lot of road work on, they are going to have to gear it up a little bit. I don't know what size sprocket is on the front, but I suspect it's quite a small one. So it's 5 speed and it's quite buzzy by about 45. So if you wanted to cruise at more than that, you are going to need to change the sprocket. I suspect in middle of war, you need to torque, not speed. But what it means is, on these kind of trails, I've got lovely on throttle power. The tyres, don't expect too much from the tyres. They're kind of a semi-trail tyre, which on hardpack are fine, but they aren't the most aggressive knobbly. So I can feel like the back just moving around a little bit, and the front. But you could easily put some replacement tyres on and get much better off-road traction. I think what really appeals to me for this bike, both to me and for other people who are trying trail riding for the first time, is the easy rideability of them. They're very lightweight, which makes them very agile and manoeuvrable. They've got skinny little wheels, which means that it doesn't matter too much if I hit some slush, because the tyre cuts through it. And obviously they're torquey, so it's just chugging up here really nicely. A bit of throttle, whoa, got a bit of spin. So it all feels kind of safe, manageable fun. I'm not going crazy, I'm not going daft, I'm not trying to break any speed records. If I fall off it, I can pick the bike up. Suspension actually seems fine. It's not got loads of travel, and it's a bit ping-pongy over that rough stuff, but it's more than up to the job. And as I say, I think partially why they got, I guess, 2 out of 5-star reviews when they came out back in 2008 is because, oopsie, I've got to walk it. Are you okay? It's okay, I'll wait. Are you alright? Do you want me to? Are you sure? Ever so sorry about that. Okay, thanks ever so much. Thank you. The joys of shared trail use, but I think as long as everyone's polite and respectful, nobody gets too upset. So that's it. So we're on a little bike. It's green. It doesn't look too offensive. I've got my Sunday best riding gear on, and I'm just pottering. What am I doing? 11 miles an hour. I think I'm in second gear. I've got crisp, clean pickup on second. That carb's working beautifully. It's well fueled. I've got movement here, but look, feet down. Lovely low CI 830 means I can get them feet down. Absolutely no problems at all. I can catch the bike. now I bring people down here, or have brought people down here on the CT 110s, and the virtues of that bike is you haven't got a clutch and you've got low seat height and low weight, and bar the clutch and the fact that this has got a clutch rather than clutchless, this is exactly the same virtues, i.e. it's easy for somebody who's got no skill to ride on these lanes. I'm sat down, I haven't even got to worry about my standing technique. You know, you come down here on a Himalayan and you sit down, it's going to be hard work. Or you come down here on a Himalayan full stop, it's going to be harder work. So the difference of 70 kilos is a massive difference to the manageability of a bike. Just gentle on that back brake. I've got disc brakes, so I've got some decent stopping power. And there we go, first trail test for the bike. Absolute doddle. Thank you very much. I think it reminds you how nice a well set up carb is. It's just buttery, lovely, soft, smooth, progressive traction or drive. That Triumph 400X I've got is oops, stalled it. Oh, it's stalled. That's the other joy of carburetors, sometimes they do stall. But yeah, that Triumph with the ride-by-wire throttle, it's, you know, I'm not knocking the throttle, but it's a different sensation. It's not as pure. It's kind of a bit mushy or synthetic, which is what it is really. So here we're doing 31 miles an hour. I think I'm in 4th gear. Yep, 4th gear. Actually, no, I might even be 5th. Wait a minute. It is very low geared. Sounds good. Maybe a little bit noisy for some, but it means I've got good roll-on power. That low gearing means I've got good roll-on power there. And this is why you have a small light bike, because on these roads you're just gliding along. Basic motorcycle. Whee, and a car. I'm going to pull in here. Whee, there we go. Easy peasy. Right, next lane. Okay, just a bit of back road ride, and then we're going to turn onto this lane here, straight into it. Sat down again. I think that's second. It's just so easy. It really is easy. It's easy because there's no weight to it. You know, there's just no weight. That Triumph I brought down here, that's 186 kilos with a big fat tyre, and you're sort of waiting to catch it before you go down, if you know what I mean. It's always wanting to go down. Whereas this is it's just light. It's like a push bike. Oh, that mud there's a bit thicker than I thought it was. But it's nice just to test it through water, make sure it's not stalling. You know, there's no exposure to wet. Get my leg out there, a bit of clutch, second gear. Yep, lovely. Third gear, right down to second, bit of back brake, bit of weight over the front. This is where I fall off normally. I think what you find with a light bike like this is you're doing this without the sense of risk that comes with doing it on a different bike, say a Himalayan or a CRF 300 or something like that. With those bikes there's lots of risk. There's risk because the weight's trying to always tip over, and the risk of the cost of it. and also you feel that you couldn't catch it if it started to go. You know, it's the heavier bikes, and if you start to get some lean on, it's hard to catch those bites on your leg. But I think with this, it's just everything's just so manageable. Yeah, that front could do with a bit of a bitier tyre, I've got to be honest, but it's okay, you know, it's okay. Okay, quick talk on the bike, ticking over nicely, I think. Oh, no, still, yeah, just got to watch that. I think it might need to tick over, bringing up a little bit on this one, but that's alright, we can fix that. Okay, so you bought your bike, or you're interested, or you bought one of these, and you're thinking, oh, what's it going to do for me? I'll tell you what it's going to do for you. It's going to allow you to ride lanes like that without any real jeopardy. And that's why I was interested in them. It's so light, it's so agile, it's so easy to get your feet down. The controls work so well, and the engine's nice and torquey, plenty of power on tap, first, second, third. You know, second, third on that lane there. Just makes it easy. Like for me, you know, I think motorcycling has caused injury and pain to my back and shoulders, and I really feel it on the heavier bikes. And I tense up, and you ride tense, and I think that adds to sort of that strain or that worry or whatever. I think what a bike like this, and not just this bike, but any light, low, slow bike does is it just relaxes the body, because the body is not having to work against the bike. The bike it's like a push bike down there, so you don't have that strain, that tension, that sense of mass underneath you that's trying to throw you downwards. So I'm not, you know, whether you like this bike, whether you bought one of these or you're not going to buy one of these or whatever, I don't care. If you get a bike like this, it's going to enable you to do lanes like that with absolutely joy and without the great risk of injury to man or machine. So yeah, whatever you do, light, low and slow. Light, low and slow. Although it's not that slow. It is on the road. You know, that gearing does need changing, because it's I think you could raise the gearing, and it will still work on the trails quite nicely. So I think that would be something I'd do. I'll have a look what sprocket size is on the front, and just see you see what's available. Maybe there's some off the peg solution. It'll only be like 15 quid and a couple of bolts, and you'd be able to put a new front sprocket in, and that would fix it. Right, I'm going to take you. Well, I'm going to do one last lane, which is a tricky lane that I do around here, and I just want to see how it cuts through it, really. I'll see you there in a second. Even if you're not trail riding it, just using it on back roads is so much fun, to be honest. I've got good power, it feels fast down here. I'm hurtling down here at 30 miles an hour. I'm going to come on my back brake, bit of front. I'm going to come down in for gear 2, going to stick my foot out. I'm Ricky Carmichael, Dave Thorpe. I've got weight over at front, got my elbows up. I'm going to screech up to a junction. I'm going to go right onto here. I'm going to hit up this fast A road, doing 45 miles an hour. I've got sun in my eyes, I'm losing the sun, I need to make the most of this next lane. I'm buzzing along, I'm late for my dinner. 46 miles an hour seems where the engine is currently happy, or where I'm happy with the engine given the miles on it. And I'm going to turn left into this lane here, and that car's going to think, where on earth is that guy going? And I'm going to show him where I'm going. I'm going green laning, because I am a green lane motorcyclist. And I'm my green mean CCM machine. I mean, look at this. This lane on a big bike. Look at that time mark down the middle. That was caused by a Himalayan that got stuck up here. And I know that because I had to come and drag him out. And I come up here on an XR125. Which is a great little bike, same dimensions as this. but it doesn't have this bike's pep. And I think it's this peppy engine like here. I mean, like these narrow trenches are what trips you up on a big bike, because it's so easy to catch the edge of the tyre and then it'll throw you off. A little narrow tyre like this, fucking hell. Hard to stall. I like that. Second gear, hard to stall. And there we go. And there we go. There we go. There we go. I've decided to take the battering of the bushes rather than the sludge or the gully down the middle. So a bit of lane choice going on there. But look at that. I've only got a bit of clutch engaged, light clutch, but it's not stalling out. I've got good power, I've got good feel on the throttle. The bike's easy to wrestle. I've got to be honest, the front's going this way and that way, but it's not hard to keep it. And again, a bit better tyre and you get some lovely front end bite here. To be honest, if I down pressured a little bit, that would help as well. Got a long stretch. Look at this for a bit of. That's good. Yeah. Oh, I think I'm product testing this quite well. What do you think? Jesus, we need a boat down here. Welcome to Devon. Okay, I'm gonna go back through that, but I'm gonna take my helmet off and film it. Because that was. How can I film that? I don't think I can I? Look at that though. You know, what am I on? I'm on light, low and slow. Hot knife through butter. Yes, we need better tyres. We need better tyres. They're not good for this. But they're doing it. They are doing it. I should be a salesman for light, low and slow. I'm going to get a t-shirt made with that saying on it. Light, low and slow. Can't see a thing. My glasses are steamed up. Oh, oh yeah, bugger. Second. Whoa! Whoa there. Whoa there, Leslie. Oh shit, man, I need glasses on. Oh, I've got a bloody fly in my eye now. Oh. Here we go. This is where the Himalayan got stuck. You know, a Himalayan down here is a recipe for disaster. A Tenere would be a recipe for disaster. I mean, imagine trying to get that Suzuki V-Strom down here. That would be a disaster. But light, low and slow. Up on the pegs. It's interesting, isn't it? Like, technique is so crucial when you've got weight on a machine to manhandle. Like coming down here, sat down on a CRF or Himalayan or any other trail bike that's pretty big, and you were sat down, you just never, you just struggle. You'd really struggle for control of the bike. But on this, it's actually just easy. I haven't got to worry about technique. Guys, I've got to be honest, you're in for a treat. If you've got some lanes to ride around you that have been challenging you, or you wanted to do something for the first time, you are in for an absolute treat. That is wonderful. Okay, last quick test of the bike. Just want to take it up Heartbreak Hill, which is a pretty steep climb around here. I take most bikes I have up there just to see how it goes up. The Triumph went up it, kind of. Bit hard work. Hey, up we go. There we go. Quite rocky. Again, I'm just sat down. Not having to do too much work. I think I'm second gear still. It's chugging. That's what I mean about that low gearing. So it's busy on the road, but look at that, second gear up this. Wow. The only easier bike I've been up here on is the Suron Ultra B, the electric bike. That's ever so easy, for the simple fact is the suspension on that bike is absolutely superb. It's even lighter than this, and it's incredibly grippy with good tyres, so I suspect it, you know, you would suspect it to be better. But this is nice and easy. You know, you won't maybe get a novice up there on this, but somebody with a bit of experience to get this bike up there, no problem. Just because it's got good drive. Come down on the pressure a bit on the back, you'd find it even easier. But yeah, again, there wasn't a lot of technique involved in that. When you come up it on the bigger bikes, it's all about weight distribution, body positioning, clutch work, line choice. You know, there's so much going on a bigger bike up there. With these smaller bikes, it's kind of just keep on the throttle, hold on for a bit, hold on a bit for dear life, and away you go. But even this narrow section here, which cashes bikes out, it's really nice just having that narrow tyre. I could just ride that centre ridge, centre strip. I've got my feet down actually, you know, I've got my feet in skiing position. So the bike's never going to go over because I've got my feet out down there. And there's nothing wrong with putting the feet down. Technique for, what is the technique for ruts? Well, whatever keeps you upright, and if that's feet down, get your feet down. But you know, you come down here on an Africa Twin or something like that, you know, ain't going to be holding it up on one leg when it wants to go down on its side. So, oh, tired. Let's go in that bit. Whoa! There we go. But it's just like you can do this, you know, like, oh look, I'll get up. You can make mistakes and get away with it on a light, low and slow bike. Go up here, up, okay, I'll go this way. Oh, look at that. I'm going around it, I'm going over it. You won't get that Triumph along here for the simple fact the wheels are just too fat, too wide, they just slush around and you'd fall off. Should we do one more lane? One more lane, eh? One more lane. That's when you know you're having fun, when you say, oh, just one more lane. Go on then, one more lane. I'm going to do it here as well, look at this. You ready? Oh, that looks deep. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Oh, will I get up there? Go on then, let's give it a go. Oh, stalled it. Not early enough on the clutch. Oh, early enough on the clutch then. See, I need a second there. First too low. Too low gear, too torquey. Look at that, you know. That's off-pisting. Off-pisting. Whoop, whoa. Kind of first. Whoa. Put it in its natural environment, and it's fantastic. Oh, look at that. I roll on there, 4th gear, 5th gear. I've got great control of the bike. 35 miles an hour. I've got dogs ahead, so I'm going to slow right back down. Seen them nice and early, so I'm just going to take it steady. Are you okay? Thank you. Cheers for that. That's all it takes. Pleasantries. all it takes to keep people sweet. All it takes. Don't take a lot. Use your voice. What's the most useful skill for traveling the world? And it is communication. That's all it is. If you can communicate, people, you will get where you want to go. But if you can't communicate with people, you will face obstacle after obstacle, because nobody's going to help you. But if you can communicate, happy days. What I would say about this bike is that the chain is crap. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the chain is crap. It seems to be stretching out pretty quickly. I can just hear it chattering a bit now, so it's going to need some more adjustment. So look, I think we're going to need chains on these pretty early. First 500 miles maybe. We'll see how we go. It's probably got a crap chain on it. I'll figure out the linkage length and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I just hear it chattering away at the back. But look at that, you know, it's not the most beastly test of it that you could do on a bike, but it's just been through some choppy conditions. Somebody needs to tighten up that wing mirror. But hey, I'm totally happy how that performs on dirt. Very happy. And also on the road. As I say, it's smooth, it's light, it's agile, it steers well on the tarmac. Brakes seem absolutely fine. Sounds good. Accelerates well on the back roads, like now. 4th gear, 5th gear. miles an hour. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. You know, all these trails now, and I've only stood up once, or felt need to stand up once. Woo! Just watching these corners, make sure nobody's coming. There's a house at the bottom of here, so I don't want to come head first into a Ford Focus coming all the way. Oh, that's deeper than I thought. Across the grass. Back across the grass, no problem there. A bit of a sea view up there, I don't know if you can see it, probably not. We've got Loncin sands out over there in the distance. Just going to drop down onto this rocky trail. Final test for it, just see what it's like on this downhill. Bit choppy, might want to stand up down here, but we'll find out. We'll see. This is where a car bike might stall, where you just when you're clutching and coasting. So I'm just giving it a little bit of a tickle on the throttle, just to, not that it would matter to be honest if it stalled on you down here, because you're not needing power anyway. So just picking my weight. Got constant pressure on the back brake, a bit of front when I need a bit more bite. Looking through the corner there, going it round. Slow, just make sure there's no walkers. It's rocky down here, a bit Peak Districty. There we go, down the end. Hello. There we go. CCM MT230, a bike from the past that makes for a good, exciting little trail bike in the present even. How long will it last? How many years of duty will it serve you? Will you enjoy riding it? Is it the bike for you? I don't know. Maybe it will be, maybe it won't. But I tell you what, it'll go wherever you wish to point it. It's like when you had a bike as an 18-year-old and it was all light and easy before you got swayed by the dark side of size and power and price. Humble motorcycling. Wonderful.